Hi guys, welcome back to the second workout in our Back to Barre 2.0 series this September, and today we are mixing things up with a little bit of cardio bar. I know these routines are always super popular when I post them, so I hope that you guys will like this one a lot as well. So you do not need any equipment for this routine. If you are ready to go, just roll out your mat and let's do it. All right, cardio bar people, so it's cooling down, no excuse. We're going to hit this one hard, get a nice little sweat on. I want you to stack the arms in front of you here, make sure you're not up here. Shoulders are nice and soft. We'll start from our knee lifts, so we'll start nice and mild, just starting to get the heart rate up a little bit before we really go for it. And having said that it is cooling off, it is. It's cooler here in Madrid, but it's also super, super humid, because it's been raining. So I'm gonna look like a sweaty hot mess by the end of this probably, and that's cool. Hopefully you guys do too. Or maybe not, I don't know, if you don't want to. Just a little bit here, we're not gonna go too crazy with it. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. All right, feet wide here, we're gonna take a squat, hip circle, step into the squat again, alternating side. So nice bent knee, just draw up and around. Big range of motion there, because obviously we're just trying to warm up the hips a little bit, but it's bringing the heart rate up at the same time. Make sure you're stepping back down, nice and light. You're not just falling into that squat. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low, quick feet here. Always. This one's here to stay. Navel in tight, squeeze the butt. So you're practically still on the floor here with the feet. You're not really like leaving the floor so much. It's more just like a shake. Shake, rattle, and roll. Here we go. Woo. Cardio in the humidity though. Yikes. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna drop back into that squat. Option, keep a bent knee there, or this time, straighten the leg out. Woo. Oh God. There we go. Sometimes it takes a few to open it up a bit. Woo. My hips are popping on that. My hips have been really poppy this week because, like I said, it's been raining and I'm basically 85. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set of these, guys. Shake it out. Woo. Nice quick warm up before we get into the real song and dance. Shake, 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 shake. And then just bring the feet back in here. Nice little jog. So light on the balls of the feet, navel still in tight, shoulders back and down, expanding across the chest. Basically just business as usual. Whew. Have a nice little jog in place. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come to the back end of your mat here. We're going for a plank inchworm. We're not gonna come fully back up to standing each time. So it's basically gonna be from like this forward fold, navel in tight. We're gonna walk forward, keeping hips steady, into plank. Once you're in plank, step right foot to the outside right hand, step it back, walk the hands back in toward the feet, keeping straight legs. Walk it out again. This time we'll switch legs. So left foot steps, make sure heel is coming down there, fully flat on the floor. So it is quite a big step. So you've got to engage the abs and obliques to get that leg up there. Might have to do it in a couple of steps but just make sure that that heel is coming down before you settle into it, because otherwise it's gonna be real hard on the knee, which is not the desire. So nice one for getting the energy up to start the day, if you are starting your day with this. Or a nice one to cap your day, get a nice little sweat, rinse it off, and get into bed. Nice night of sleep. And up ahead and to my right, I got my best buddy Leo posted up just over there for moral support. He's like, "You can do it, everybody!" That's his voice. Last one here. Good, and then we're gonna do something a little crazy. We're gonna up the cardio ante, so to speak. Come back into your plank here, step the right foot to the outside, and we're gonna jump this. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You gotta go big, you gotta commit to it for that jump to happen. It's gonna be a woo landing with that heel down again. If you don't wanna go for the jump there, you're just gonna walk it out. So it'll be a step back, yeah? But either way, we're jumping it or stepping it in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Shoulders stay over wrists. That's halfway. Here's 4. And 1. Good, step back, pike the butt up, nice little downward dog here. Give it a little pedal out, stretching out the calves, flat upper back here. Expand across the shoulders, and then push both heels down. Walk hands back in toward the feet. Once you get there, put a bend in both legs. Let's take the hands here behind the back, give the shoulders a stretch. Hands will drop overhead. Hang out there for a second, head is just hanging. And release the hands down. You're gonna heel toe the feet wide, so I'm gonna turn back this way. Heel toe the feet wide. Press down, wide leg forward fold. You can take a little lunge side to side, so bending right knee and left knee. Weight is back in the heels, so push butt back as if you were sitting into a chair. A few more here. So knee will always be stacked over the ankle in these. And last one, good. Turn the heels in, toes out, sink the butt down, walk hands up to the legs here. You're going to twist to your right here, pushing that left leg back, dropping left shoulder in center. So opening the hips, opening the shoulders, come through center, twist toward your left. Already feeling nice and sweaty. Back through center, toes turn forward again, and roll up from there. There we go. So we are warm and ready. We're gonna get into it. You can use a chair for a little bit of balance here. I would say that the chair is optional in this one. Saying that, I'm probably gonna use it because it's here, and that sounds nice. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to use it. If you are using it, just fingertips on the chair. We're gonna start in a wide second position. I would say you'll need it more for the next kind of series when we're lunging, but for this one, you don't necessarily need it. So pattern we're gonna do here, you're gonna do a full plie squat, come halfway up, all the way down, squeeze all the way up. So it's a 1.5, here we go. Whatever you wanna do with the hands, so all the way down, halfway, down, squeeze up. Butt, as always, is staying tucked under, so your nice straight line, tailbone through the crown of the head, coming up slowly. So I want you to imagine some resistance there. So think of having like a cement block on either shoulder. You're pressing up against that weight. So it shouldn't just be a bounce back up. It should feel hard to get up. Yeah? That's what that sound effect meant. It meant that it was hard. So you're drawing backs of the legs together to drive up as well. Give me a few more here. The cardio is just going to be integrated. So right when you least expect it, bam, there's gonna be a bit of cardio because we're crazy like that. Next one, I want you to stay low. You're gonna stomp. So it's just little tiny heel lifts. It's not like a full heel lift. You're staying low, it's a hard down. So if you're in an apartment, you got people below you, sorry. Sorry for them. We're not gonna be here too long. Hopefully you're quiet most of the rest of the time. I don't know. Probably not if we're doing these kinds of routines. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, both heels down, and just pulse, pulse. So nice and low and slow, keeping knees pressed wide, squeeze the butt really tight, shoulders are soft, so we never want to be like hunched up there. We're super relaxed. If somebody were looking through the window at you from like here up, we're cool, we're chill. It's all here in the legs, but we're calm, cool, and collected up top. That's the name of the game. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Now we are going for the full double heel lifts. So it's going to be a lift. You pause at the top, release down, lift, pause. This is where if you want to use your chair or if you have a bar for a bit of balance, you can do that. But both heels lift. Make sure you're pressing heels forward. And height is not changing, so it's not like a whoop and down. The height stays the same. It's just here in the legs again. Lift and lower. I'm just gonna be getting sweatier and sweatier. So bear with as you start to get like a glare coming off of my forehead. Give me 3, 2, I want you to keep the next one lifted, and we're pulsing here. So you want to check that your feet aren't too wide here, because if you're like all the way up here, it's really hard to get low in it. You feel like you're just gonna drop into a split. As those knees are nice and bent, as the heels are lifted, you pretty much want to be just stacked straight there. So that's going to be the correct distance. If you can do it in front of a mirror, ideal. Otherwise, you're going to have to kind of like look down, check on it, keep those heels nice and high. The heels will start to drop. I saw mine dropping, that's why I was like, note, lift those heels high, keep them high. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take the heels down here. I said, right when you least expect it, bam, there comes the cardio. So we're gonna do a plie jump here. So you can use the arms for a little bit of lift. I'm gonna show you. Move that out of the way so I don't hit it. It's nice and low into plie, lift. So it's a jump. On that jump, see if you can point the toes, because that's gonna help get you more lift. It's gonna check that lift. So we're gonna go for 15 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Pop, land back in the plie. And actually, I lied, that doesn't feel like enough. Give me 5, 4, we'll take it to my 3, 2, 1. There we go. Give it a little shake out. 20 felt more appropriate. All right, so if you push your chair all the way, go ahead, bring it back. Take a quick little breather there. Stay moving so the blood doesn't pool. Like I said, we are gonna be doing some lunges. So very similar pattern here, some of the same stuff, but we're just gonna get into it. So facing your chair, feet are gonna be together here. We're gonna start from a narrow squat. So this standing up tall, this is never happening again. You come into a narrow squat, so you are tilted forward just a little bit, so weight is back in the heels. We don't wanna be like, whoo, here straight over it, where we're just gonna tip back. So from that narrow squat, right foot, you're gonna step back, lunge, touch in. Lunge, touch in, go with it there. So dropping low, make sure you're coming far enough back in that step, that front heel is staying down, we're not straining the knee. That back knee should be bending just underneath the hip. It is a straight step back. So also double check that you're not opening the right hip and turning that foot out to the side. It's probably the most common cheat that I see with this one. Here's 2 and 1. Good, stay in that lunge. Step in a little bit closer to your chair. So now we can have a flat back, straight torso. We're gonna do that same pattern, so here we go. Lunge down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up, squeeze the butt. 1 down, halfway, back down, all the way up. So it's this mixing of the cardio with the slow strength that I think makes this one so brutal, but really, really effective. Make sure that you're pulling navel in super, super tight there. Even if you're like, it's the tightest it could possibly be. False. No, it can always be tighter. And you'll feel the difference when you do just make it that little bit tighter. I guarantee it. A couple more here. So down, half, down, up. Last one, down, half, down, up. Drop it down and pulse. So you're directly in the center here between both legs. You don't want to be too far forward here. I mean, sometimes we do that. Just depends what we're working. If you lean farther forward, it's gonna get more of that glute. Yeah. But this way, we're getting both at the same time. Just a bit of multitasking, you know. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it bent in that back knee, so don't cheat it like that. Keep it tucked under. Front heel lift. We're gonna lift, release. So the reason I point to that back knee is because it will start to do this. It will start to take a little vacation there. Hold on, you stay low though. Stay centered. Keep a flat back. Keep tucking that back knee under. And go for 4, 3, 2, you're gonna keep it up on 1, and we pulse. Shocker. Didn't see that one come in. Keep squeezing both glutes. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Step out of it. Give it a little shake out. And then bam! Right when you least expect it. Here comes a bit of cardio before we even do the other side. We're gonna be doing a lunge jump here. Again, kind of like with those plank jumps that we did at the start, if you don't want to jump it, you are more than welcome to walk it. So if you want to walk it out, it's just gonna be a lunge in, just lunging to the back. If you're gonna jump it, we are gonna do it with a pulse, so it does actually make it a little bit milder. It doesn't sound like that, but it does. So it'll be a 1, 2, 1, 2. Landing in that lunge. I think since 20 was such a delightful number last time, we're gonna go for 20 here. So come down to your lunge. That's where we're gonna start. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Pulse, pulse, jump. Pulse, pulse, jump. Actually, I don't feel that bad. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, there we go. Not so bad, right? So we're gonna switch and do the second side. Give the legs a little shake out. Again, let's just let the heart rate come down a tiny bit before we come back to that strength. Woo-wee! All right. And then we're just gonna go for it. So Inside narrow squat again, feet together. Tilt from the hips, weights pushing back in the heels. You're really soft on your chair/bar here. Left leg this time. We go back to lunge, touch in. Back to lunge, touch in. Abs tight. We're always thinking about the abs. Hopefully that sound's gonna stop. If you guys saw my last video, you know how bad it was filming that because of drilling. Last one here, and then step back. We'll stay in the lunge, so again, if you wanna creep forward a little bit here, both feet are tracking forward, that back heel's popped, front heel down. We're gonna go all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Yeah, I'm hoping that stops. Not, you won't even know because I will have just refilmed this portion. If we're still here, if you're still seeing this, it's because it didn't last that long. So that's what we're gonna hope for. Because I don't want to break up the flow of this routine. You know when you're in the flow and you don't want to like have to stop, restart. We're here, it feels like I'm doing it with you. I don't want to cheat it. Last one here. And we're going to stay low and we're pulsing. So centered again here, draw that back knee under. Woo. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that back knee tucked. Front heel, we lift lower. Here it is. Lift, slow release down. The more you tuck that back knee under, the more you stay centered, the harder it's gonna have to work, which in this case is what we want. Here's 4, really light on the bar. You can go no bar, like I said. 3, 2, 1. Keep heel up, we pulse it here. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, give it a little shake out. We're gonna do those same lunge jumps as before or the lunge steps, either way, but heart rate's gonna come back up again. Not that it's really like settled fully, but yeah, we're gonna bring it back up again. So again, magic number is going to be 20. So come into your starting lunge. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse. Nice bit of air in the center. Again, try to be equal between both legs there and not just tilted forward. Good one for agility, obviously. Last one there. So yeah, really good bit of cardio. If you are any kind of athlete, where you need a bit of footwork, a bit of agility, it's a good agility drill. Shake out the legs here. Okay. We got one last cardio push, and then we're gonna be down on the mat, just finishing it up. So, last cardio push here. We're gonna alternate high knees and then down on the floor in plank position, mountain climbers. So similar move, right? The knees driving in or up, but standing versus mat. And we're gonna do that 2 times through. So we're gonna go for 50 of each. So it'll be 50, 50, 50, 50. So it's actually gonna be 100, but in chunks of 50. So high knees to start here. You could always modify and do that as a march like that. Still thinking of really engaging the abs if you're going for the modified version. Same thing in plank, you could just step the knees in rather than running it. okay? High knees in 3, 2, 1, here it is. If you're on my pace, I was halfway. There we go. All right, so give you a moment to catch up. Come down into plank when you're ready. 50 mountain climbers. Keep shoulders over the wrists, butt down, and go. All right, that was my 50. I'm gonna walk it back in. So go at your own pace. I'll bring it in somewhat slowly, just to give everybody a chance to catch up. That's one round done. We're gonna do one more round. Honestly, I feel like the mountain climbers made the high knees not look so bad. And I think probably most of you are gonna agree with me, because I know that mountain climbers are not popular. All right, back to those high knees in 3, 2, 1, and go. Abs tight. There we go, that's my 50. And then last time, in plank, mountain climbers. That one, once you finish your mountain climbers, just press back to a child's pose, because we're sitting on the mat. So, down into plank, here we go. Keep it going. My 50. So once you hit your 50, drop the knees, palms up to the ceiling, press back to a little child's pose. Take a little rock, side to side there. Whoo! Nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Walk hands back and turn the knees. What a doozy. Oh my God. All right, shake out the wrists. We're gonna flip around and do a bit of abs. So I'm just gonna switch that out of the way. There we go. Coming down onto the back here. So, there we go. It's gonna be hard to continue. Once you lie down, I'm just like, I'm done. All right, we're not done. Knees are gonna be in a tabletop position. As always, make sure you're pressing the lower back down on the floor. We're gonna do hands behind the nape of the neck, elbows wide. So make sure elbows are staying wide there. You never wanna be like cupping the head like that, because that means you're probably pulling up the neck. We want to lift with the chest. So I'll show you one of these. It's going to be a crunch with a double leg extension at the same time. So most of the back still stays on the floor. We do a little crunch, extend, bring it back down. That's the move. We're going to go for 10 of those. So in position here, hands behind in 3, 2, 1. Crunch, extend, pause at the end. Release. Exhale as you crunch. Squeeze navel down tight. And this ab work is kind of just the icing on the cake in these cardio bar workouts, because there's so much fat burning. There's a lot of core work throughout. That it's just a whole lot of abs. Last one here, keep it long. You're gonna stay there. We're gonna go for a crisscross. So thinking shoulder toward opposite knee, crisscrosses, 50 of these. Don't pull out the neck. Keep elbows wide. All right, I think that was my 50. I'm not gonna lie, I did sort of lose count there and try to pick back up. But once you've done your 50, hopefully you're back at count of 59. We're back here again. Hug the knees into the chest. This time we're gonna do a double leg extension. So this time, rather than crunching up, we're gonna stay in a crunch position. Arms are gonna reach long behind. So a little hug in here, inhale. On the exhale, everything extends. Lower you go with the legs, harder it's gonna be. Curl it back in. Exhale, extend. Tuck in. Lower back stays down, squeeze navel down tight. So I like to say, your navel as you extend long here, it should look like somebody could just do a body shot off of you. Got cat hair stuck to my sweaty face. So yeah, a sweaty body shot should be able to happen as you reach long there. Couple more here. I want you to hold this last one, and we're gonna do a reverse swimmer. So you're fluttering the legs, fluttering the arms, 50. You can always go a little higher with the legs so lower back doesn't lift up. These are so hard. And hug the knees in. I'm not gonna lie, those actually kind of look like a dying cockroach. Yeah, very, very dying cockroach vibes if you've ever seen a dying cockroach. Which, to be honest, I hope that you haven't, because it's pretty terrible. Though I'd rather see a dying cockroach than an alive, scurrying cockroach, to tell you the truth. All right, knees are gonna be bent here. Having had experience with both, not here, thankfully. Feet down, knees bent. Final little push here. It's gonna kind of bring a lot of things in. So it's gonna be a little bit of shoulder stability, core, the glutes, hamstrings, everything. This is our final push. So you're gonna inhale, reach arms overhead. I want you to give me one roll up. So bam, we're up at the top. You're gonna take one hand behind, fingertips pointing backward, lift, bring it down, reach forward, release back down. That's it, here we go. So roll up, switch hands, lift, down, roll all the way back. Oh man, my mat is real sweaty where I was lying down. So part of me feels like I'm gonna slide out on this one. I hope not, that would be sad for me. I'm just gonna hope for the best. But yeah, it's a little slippy, to be sure. And again, it's a little bit kind of cardio as this one. Certainly not as much as like mountain climbers. I don't know, let me know down below how you feel about mountain climbers. If you're like, they're the worst ever, why do we have to do them? If you absolutely love them, if you feel somewhere in the middle, they're like a necessary evil. Last one here. And then stay up here. We're gonna do both hands underneath, fingertips forward. I want you to just lift, butt down, keep arms straight. Exhale, lift. Inhale, touch, exhale, lift. So using that back body. Got sweat running down both my arms here in this position. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and then final thing, we're gonna do that again, not from all the way down, but just from the butt touching, single arm side to side. Little party, stop. Butt is here, bring one hand behind, up, down, switch, up, down. Exhale on the lift. You can also continue there with both hands down. You guys know what to do. You're always going to be the best judge of your own body in every situation. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are the best judge of your body. Last one here. Bring it down. Woo! Extend legs long, reach into a forward fold. Give the legs a little shake out. We're stretching it out, which means we've made it through this cardio bar routine. I think it's been a fun one. Feel free to disagree. Soles of feet together. I think it's actually been a pretty fun one. I don't know, I guess you gotta be in the mood for cardio bar. I didn't really think that I was when I started filming this, and I was like, maybe I am. Turns out, for me it really depends on the time of day. Like, I very much prefer to work out first thing in the morning. I think a lot of you guys do too. Come on to hands and knees here. Step right foot to the outside right hand, sink down into it. Yeah, I find it harder to get that like cardio energy up later in the day. I like to start my day with it and then just like get rolling and feel good the rest of the day. Take right hand up to the right hip crease so you can drop that left hip even more. Big twist there. Ooh. And release. Scoot that foot through center. So we're gonna come into a pigeon. Whoop, lay it down. So right heel can be near the left hip bone. If you're really open in the hips, you could walk that foot a little farther away. Hips are square here though, so one trick I like is to actually bring the hands to the hips. It's not the most comfortable, but you're gonna have to adjust there. So if you feel that one's higher or you're tilted or something weird, you're gonna adjust them, okay? So often the back one is gonna be tilted like that. You're turned out a little bit, give it a little push forward, and then from there, staying nice and long, then lower down over it. So you might be like, wait, what's going on? I'm so much farther from the mat than I usually am when I do these. Well, when you actually find that nice correct angle for the hips, it might be a little farther away. So that's okay, we're gonna get it in the right angle. We're not gonna cheat it at all. And press back up. Option here for the quad stretch, so bending that back knee, pull it in. The reason I say option for this one is because if that knee is sensitive and you're on like a really thin mat or something, it could be a bit uncomfortable there. So if that is the case, just leave this one out, stay in your pigeon. Go ahead, release. Woo, step back. Left foot to the outside, left hand, sink down into it. I always think these ones feel good. This is one of my favorite stretches, just anytime, any place. Just you can't go wrong with it. So left hand up to that left hip crease, take a little bit of a twist in it, especially with the twist. This is my actual favorite. Yes, please. Could stay here all day. Okay, and then walk that foot across. So we'll come into the pigeon. Bam! All right, so this is my tighter side. Again, let's bring the hands up to hips, square it up, navel in tight, support it there, glutes are engaged, and then fold straight from that point. Oh, I just noticed Leo's not there anymore. I don't know where he's gone. Very strange. I don't know where all the cats must be in the bedroom. That's so weird. They don't, like, that's not their spot. That is so weird. I don't know. Get a couple of rainy days and all hell breaks loose. Come up to the hands here. Again, option here for the quad stretch if you want to bend that back knee. Same side arm will reach around, pull in. Yeah, hopefully as the weather cools down a little bit more, you guys will get to see more of the cats in the videos. For those of you guys who really just come here to see the cats release, I mean, fair enough. Step back here. Drop the pelvis into a cobra or half cobra, shoulders down and back. Shining the heart forward. And then butt is gonna push back, pull navel in. Tuck toes under, roll back to downward dog. Have a last little pedal out here. Give the head a little nod or shake. Whatever you need to do. And then let's pedal the feet forward toward the hands, heels down, sit the butt back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms here at the top. Exhale, hands down through heart center. There we go. That is us done with our cardio bar routine. I hope that you guys love this one. Honestly, I feel like I really enjoyed it. I do feel enthusiastic about it, so I hope that you got that feeling too. If you did, of course, hit that like button down below to let me know that you want to see more of this kind of workout. To catch the rest of this series, there will still be 2 more videos in this series. Make sure you are subscribed. We're going back to bar. Yeah. So what else can we do? I don't know. You'll see in the following weeks if you are subscribed. And finally, if you have any special requests for after this series is over, what you want to see more of, let me know down below in the comments section. I will see you guys back next one. Bye.